Now, what can we say about John Milton's Paradise Lost? Well, certainly it's a very long poem written a very long time ago, and I'm sure some of you had difficulty understanding what Milton was trying to say. Certainly he was trying to describe the struggle between good and evil. Okay, the most intriguing character, as we all know from our reading, was Pete. Now, was Milton trying to tell us that it was time for the Record Journal Athletes of the Week? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may happen to be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Mariner Record Journal, and welcome back to Athletes of the Week. The Record Journal's back for its second full school year of Record Journal Athletes of the Week. And Spence, I got to tell you, kid, this first week here, it was like jumping into the deep end of a pool because so much was happening out there. And there were so many good candidates. And I had to think, and I had to think. I was like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz, thinking about who was going to be Athletes of the Week here in Week 1, fall season, 2018-19 school year. And hey, we settled on a first 6, but I got to let you know there's a lot of kids out there doing some good things. And if you didn't get your name called this week, stay tuned because you probably will. All right, Spence, what do you say we jump right into it, man? Let's jump into it before it starts raining again. We are filming on Tuesday. It is raining cats and dogs and elephants out there. Our first nominee is running like a gazelle. He is from Sheehan High School, Mr. Terrence Bogan, right here, junior. We're going with Terrence because, man, the kid's already like halfway to 1,000 yards, and we're 2 weeks into the season. Now, I wrote down his stats on our Magic Dry Erase board as Spencer can attest. A whole lot of numbers up there. Spencer, did you know that Terrence had 215 yards in the season opener? And he was just getting started because he had 319 last week as Sheehan improved to 2-0. Terrence Bogan has 534 yards on this very young season for the Sheehan Titans. That makes him nominee number 1 here in Week 1. Our second nominee, I don't know. Hey, we got a lot of 2-0 football teams out there. We got Wilcox Tech at 2-0. Won in overtime, double overtime the other night. We have Maloney at 2-0. We've got Platt at 2-0. Southington. We're going to go over to Maloney. I saw this boy play on Saturday at Hartford Public. Put up good numbers in the season opener against Windsor, the big win that the Spartans had against Windsor, and he played very well again against Hartford Public. He is Mr. Jaylen Nixon. Now, Jaylen, I told you, buddy, when I was taking that picture of you, I told you to smile. I told you to smile. You got such a nice smile, Jaylen. No, you didn't smile, but look at this nice picture here where you were smiling from swimming. Well, Jaylen's a diver in the winter, but in the fall, he is a football player and a fine one for the Maloney Spartans. He's a slot receiver, had a touchdown catch in each game so far, and at linebacker, he's just a madman. 15 tackles against Windsor and an interception, and he made 9 tackles against Hartford Public Saturday. Congratulations to you, Jaylen Nixon, Athlete of the Week, nominee number 2 here in Week 1. And our third and final boys nominee in the first week, I know the guys who don't play football are going to say, hey, what gives, man? Another football player. It's another football player. But soccer guys, cross-country guys, keep at it because we're noticing what you're doing. We also noticed what this young man has done. Platt's new quarterback, Mr. Lorenzo Sanson. He's a senior, first-year starter at quarterback, and he really had his coming-out party against Bridgeport Central. 14 for 20. I do believe, Spence, we are going to the dry erase board because I don't want to change Lorenzo. Yes, 14 for 20, 196 yards, 2 touchdown passes to Jake Baker, and really that was all in the first half. Platt got out to a 35-zip lead against Bridgeport Central, and boom, put the hammer down, lights out, game over. Platt 2-0, just like Maloney and Wilcox and Sheehan and Southington. All right, those are our boys nominees in Week 1. Bogan, Nixon, Sanson. Who are the girls? We're going to start in volleyball because, as usual, volleyball is a marquee sport for us. Our teams are out to fantastic starts. Wilcox and Cheshire. Southington are undefeated. Last night, Southington knocked off Ram of Hebron in Hebron. Ram hadn't lost since 2016, two-time defending Class L champ. Spencer, you and Shawnee are going to be doing a nice feature story on Rich Heights and his girls. And I was sorely tempted to go with a Southington girl from that team. Instead, I'm going to focus on the rivalry match between Lyman Hall and Sheehan that got our season started. And this girl who really makes it go for Lyman Hall, she is senior setter, Miss Nicole Albert. The first week of the season, Nicole got the Trojans out to a 2-1 start. She had, and I consult the Magic Dry Erase Board, 67 assists, 48 service points. She's got a lot of good talent around her, but everything definitely goes through Nicole Albert. She is the hub. If you want to use that as your nickname, Nicole, feel free. If you don't, well, I understand. You are girls nominee number 1 here in week 1. Our second girls nominee, and the third, we're going to go out to the soccer field. We'll go over to Wilcox Tech. They're out to a 2-0 start, and this girl is always on our radar screen, pretty much since her sophomore year, because she's such a big scorer for the Indians. She is Miss Katie Kearney, now a senior. Katie Kearney, you know, she had like 20-some-odd goals as a sophomore and as a junior, and here as a senior, her first game, 4 goals. 4 goals against Prince Tech. Not only that, she scored those 4 goals in the first 14 minutes and 30 seconds of the game. Followed that up with 2 goals in their next game. Wilcox off to a 2-0 start. Katie Kearney, 6 goals in the books for you. You are nominee number 2 for the girls here in week 1. Our third and final nominee, we're going over to Southington. They're off to a good start too. They are 4-0. Not only 4-0, they haven't given up a goal yet. Due in large part to this girl, Miss Olivia Sherwood. The Sherwood Forest, man. Opponents cannot see the forest for the trees, or vice versa. Strike it and reverse it. Olivia's a stone wall in it, is what she is. She had 11 shutouts last year as a junior, 4 for 4 to begin her senior year. 1 zip against Hall, 1 zip against Connard, 5 zip against Maloney, and last night against Manchester, 2 zip. It's 4 games, 0 goals. Olivia Sherwood, you are girls nominee number 3 here in week 1. Okay, like I said, that was those 6. They're all deserving. There's probably about 4 times as many kids who are on the radar screen. I can show you on our magic list. Spence, will you indulge me? I'm back. We keep these magic lists, and we have kids. There we go. Spence, you test to it. A lot of nominees were on the radar screen. Keep it up, kids. You're going to be in the spotlight for us. We'll also be doing our all-record journal teams, of course, later this season. For now, when you see this video, it's about 6 o'clock on Wednesday. I'm going to shut my mouth, and you guys can go online at myrecordjournal.com/sports, and you can vote in the Record Journal Athlete of the Week contest. Pick 1 boys winner, 1 girls winner. We'll come back to you next week and divulge who those winners are. Voting opens at 6 o'clock. You can go on there right now and vote. And it goes till Sunday at midnight. We'll interview the winners on Monday, bring them to you on Wednesday of next week. We are just getting rolling here. Spence, I wish I could share this apple with you. Sorry, buddy. I'm going to keep it all for myself. But the Athlete of the Week riches, the fruits, and the horn of plenty, we've got a lot to share this year. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record Journal. Thank you for watching.